Good morning, Bears, and happy Friday the 13th.
Coming up, we look at the athletic office top September 11th stories and a chat with our newest assistant principal. Some of our orchestra Bears were selected to participate in the District 15 OMEA Regional Orchestra.
Victor Gu, Irene Chow, Debbie Hudson, Nathan Jung, Andy Jung, Brent Yu, Andrew Laham, Anna O, Anna Schuler, Wendy Shi, Ben Underwood, Kaiwen Wu, Rena Zhao, and Susan Zunick.
In addition, Anna Schuler and Rena and Susan will represent our school and district in late January at the Ohio All-State Orchestra with Andy as an alternative. Congratulations.
This past Wednesday marks the 18th anniversary of September 11th. The current high school seniors are the last class to have people alive during 9/11. Tad Fallon had staff members reflect on their memories from 2001.
Everybody always talks about they can remember where they were, what they were doing, and I can see it very vividly in my mind right now as I get ready to tell you this story. It was my 4th year teaching at a school named James A. Garfield High School up in Northeast Ohio. So I take my class, because that's the only place where TV was, over to the library, where it's the TV, so we kind of see what was kind of going on, current events, talk to the kids, what do you think's going on. As we go in there to sit down, the second plane hits, and we see it. Obviously everybody's as I'm sure your teachers have talked to you about, and everybody like on 9/12, what America was like on 9/12. And it always seems like through tragedy, we always pull together, and that's exactly what happened.
I was in 7th grade science class. Remember a teacher coming in and talking to our teacher, and we turned the TV on and saw that something had hit the building. At that point in time, I think people thought it was just like a little 2-seater plane. Went into the next class and saw it was a terrorist attack. As a kid, it was just really interesting because we didn't really understand what terrorism was, at least as a middle schooler. I think it was kind of a newer concept.
It was my 2nd year of teaching high school English in Newark. Didn't know that anything was going on and had walked out into the cafeteria and it was silent, and the cafeteria was never silent. There were students that had relatives in the towers and in the buildings and didn't know the whereabouts of their relatives. And so it was very hard to kind of continue on with that day.
And I worked 3rd shift the night before, and when I got home, the first tower had already been hit. We had the news on, and then I saw the second tower get hit. And at that point I knew that it was an attack. That same day my son was on vacation, and I knew he was either going to be in New York or Washington, D.C., and we weren't able to get a hold of him for hours. Because he was actually stuck on the outer belt of Washington, D.C. in traffic for I think 4 to 6 hours.
2001 was the first year I was teaching here at Upper Arlington, so I had just started sort of a new phase of my career. I was teaching in room 111, and someone came into the room and they said, "Have you watched the TV? Did you see what's happening?" So we turned our TV on, then the bell rang and we had to go to the next period, and of course at that point everyone was kind of quietly focused on getting to the next room so you can see what's happening. I think one of the most important things about September 11th, 2001 is actually September 12th, 2001, because it was the gentlest, kindest, most empathetic sense of community I ever felt in our country.
To hear the extended stories, visit our YouTube channel. The link will be posted on Twitter.
The UA Stand Project is hosting their 2nd annual Movie in the Marv on October 18th after the home Marysville football game.
There's a link available on Schoology to vote for the movie that will play. There will be free Donato's Pizza, Kona Ice, and a raffle. Now to Alex and Max with sports news.
Welcome to sports. Boys golf won their final OCC match Wednesday, claiming the title of OCC champs and finishing the season 15-1. Congrats to Judd Turner, who was named OCC Player of the Year, Daniel Goldberg, who was named First Team All-League, and Joe Malika and Will Cohen for being named Second Team All-League.
The girls team ended their season last week with a record of 16-4 and will continue to play in invitational tournaments and compete for the state title.
Girls soccer beat Thomas Worthington 2-0 yesterday, improving their record to 5-2. Boys soccer put up a tough fight last night, but ultimately lost to rival Worthington Kilbourne 0-1.
Football won their home opener Friday against Belmont 49-6. The boys are now 1-1 and are at Winton Woods tonight.
The girls' water polo team is undefeated in Ohio and is competing in the Ohio Cup this weekend. The boys' team competed in the Ohio Cup tournament last weekend and are rocking it with a record of 12-5. The 5 best players from all competing teams will be asked to join the Ohio Cup team.
Girls tennis beat New Albany on Tuesday, improving their record to 10-0 and keeping them first in the OCC. Also in first in the OCC, girls volleyball. They beat Marysville in 3 sets last night, which helped these Lady Bears at the top, with Kaufman at the top of their division.
Athletes are often rushed to make it to after-school practices by 3:30, but the athletic office works hard to make sure players are able to get their equipment quickly and make it to practice on time. Jen Gomez reports.
Throughout the school day, student athletes store their equipment safely in the athletic department office. Here, it is guaranteed to be guarded all day by Mrs. Hotham. Sophomore volleyball player Emma Morris stores her equipment in the office each day.
I store my stuff in the athletic director's office because I know that my stuff will be safe and no one will take it or steal it. And I also think the new system of walking through the office is really efficient, and I always see my friends in here when I'm walking through, so it's just quicker and easier for the athletes.
At 3:05, students flood in and out of the athletic department through the main hallway, grab their stuff, give a fist bump to Mr. Pusateri and Mr. Smith, grab a piece of candy, and head out into the LC, then to their practice or game. Nearly all equipment is picked up by 3:09 each day. Don't leave your equipment in there for too long, or Mr. Smith might use it. This has been Jen Gomez reporting for the WARL.
UA truly does have the best athletic department around.
Player of the week goes out to field hockey senior Sophie Croce, who scored a hat trick against Olentangy on Wednesday, holding the game to a 3-3 tie. The team is now 3-3-1. Cross country was off last weekend, but will be returning to the courts tomorrow in a meet against Liberty.
And now to Ava and Maria with Community News.
Welcome back to Community News. The two-phase project on Henderson Road that began on April 29th is almost complete.
This project cost approximately $2.9 million. The reconstruction of the two-lane roadway adds a bike path and is ahead of schedule, with completion expected October 1st.
Finishing up the 4th week of school, everyone is becoming familiar with the new students and staff. I interviewed the new assistant principal, Mr. Belk, to get to know him better.
Hello. So before coming here, where did you come from?
Southwestern City Schools. So I was with them for 12 years as a math teacher and then assistant principal as well.
Perfect. Are you enjoying your time here at UA?
I'm not enjoying it. I'm loving it.
And then what is your favorite comfort food?
If chips and salsa is considered comfort food, that's it.
Yeah, that's cool. Do you have any kids?
I do. I have 2 beautiful children actually over here on my wall. This is my son Brock. He's 3. And this is my daughter Drew. She's 15 months.
Oh, they're so cute.
Yeah.
And then, do you like roller coasters?
I do.
Cool.
I do, yeah.
Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Favorite Disney movie?
Moana, for sure.
Dream vacation?
I'd say Australia. For a couple weeks at least.
And what is your favorite part about working with high schoolers?
Definitely the growth you see from the time you're a 9th grader to a 12th grader walking across the graduation stage. The growth you see in kids is amazing.
Do you have anybody you look up to?
I would have to definitely say my parents, both because they've been married for 50 years and extremely hard workers.
And can you tell a joke?
Yeah, so I walked into PNC today and I asked the teller to tell me, or to check my balance, and so she pushed me over.
Jennies or graders?
Jennies.
Jennies. And then I just have one last question for you.
Yeah.
Did you choose the bald life or did the bald life choose you?
Okay, you want to go there? Yes, okay, the bald life chose me.
Well, that's all the time I have for today, Mr. Belk. Thank you so much for staying 20 questions with us.
Awesome. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Yes, you too.
You can find him in the hallways, around at lunch, or in his office if you have any more questions for him.
College early action application deadlines are approaching, and seniors are figuring out the colleges they will be applying to. The U.S. News & World Report released the top college rankings this week. Princeton is ranked number 1, and Harvard is number 2.
3 Ohio schools made the top 100. Case Western ranked 49th, Ohio State tied for 54th, and Miami University ranked 91st.
Go to the College Center to find out when colleges are visiting UA. Today, Ohio State's representative is visiting at 218 in the Little Theater. Interested students must register in the College Center if they want to attend.
OSU was denied the request on Wednesday to trademark "the" when used as part of the school's name on university merchandise.
The request was denied on the basis that "the" appears to be used for, quote, merely decorative manner and as an ornamental feature.
Now we toss to special reports with Peter.
Good morning. Spirit Week begins Monday. The homecoming game is next Friday and the dance is next Saturday. Joining me today are the students to show off their daily spirit wear themes next week. Edward Schroeds is wearing Monday's theme, which is black and gold. Cole Walters is supporting tie-dye for Tuesday's theme. Wednesday, wear denim like Miles Pearson is demonstrating. Alex Dunn is here supporting Hawaiian for Thursdays. And finally, we have Oscar Stone here wearing Friday's neon theme. Student council members will vote each day on the most spirited, and those students will get a UAHS gift card. That's a huge win for lucky fans. Also joining me this morning is Catherine and Ben here representing K-Row. Take it away! Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Now it's time to announce the homecoming court nominations. Isabel Carmichael, Alex Chris, Jen Gomez, Molly Mitchell, and Annie Ranke. Those are the 2019 Homecoming Queens Court. And for the Homecoming Kings Court are Will Berkey, Alan Cho, Liam Keithler, Nick Mullins, and Will Reynolds. The King and Queen will be announced at next week's football game during halftime. Again, court members, please report immediately to room 166 for a short meeting.
There's an Idea Day meeting after school in the glass classroom. The activities fair is being held next Friday during 4th and 5th lunch. This is a fun way to get information and connect with many student organizations, activities, and clubs.
Bear Pause is happening today during 4th period in the East Cafe. All are welcome. Apple held their annual event Tuesday where they released the new iPhone, Watch, iPad, and Apple Arcade.
Apple Arcade is a gaming subscription service including games like Frogger, Sonic Racing, and Lego Art House.
Next week on the show, we look at Spike Ball, a day in the life of a band member, and what's hiding in the basement.
Thanks for tuning in and have a fantastic weekend, Bears. Yeah!